a space for my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show. I am not me. I am art, and I am welcoming you to the Most Week Show. It is currently 9:06 a.m. where I am in the world on the 17th of January 2021. You are here with me right now, and I thank you for that. Let's move that light. Yeah, see more of my face. Look at this. Look at this butter. Thank you, farting TARDIS. That's... I wasn't expecting farting TARDIS this morning. Whoever is. I thank you for being here with me, guys. I thank you for being here with me. If we were allowed to be together physically, I would show my appreciation physically with a hug, with a kiss, or with an elaborate American sports team handshake that lasts too long so people know how strong our personal connection is. That's how we like to start the show. Your girl Sarah Kilch is a flippin' genius because they just subscribed. Currently on a 2-month streak. 2 months! That's the maximum amount of months you could be on a streak at this point, as long as we've had subscriptions. Thank you so much. That's very generous. Thank you so much. The best I can do is raise a glass to you guys. The best I can do is raise a glass to you this early in the morning. You can raise a glass to me as well if you like. There's nobody going to stop you by any stretch of the imagination. We like to start this show with a toast. It brings everybody together as one before the show begins proper. So here goes. Got the lovely fruit punch this morning. Can't really see that. To motorcycles. May they ever bring together the disparate groups of people who love being forced to go slower than they are able, people who love wearing leather, and people who love the attention that's garnered from making loud noises. Cheers. Double dip for that first one. Thank you. What a morning. Hello, weaklings. How are you doing, you wonderful bunch? Who have we got here? Gamer Hall, hi, how are you doing? Anna Karine, morning. Farting TARDIS, we've established is here, and we're so pleased that Farting TARDIS has shown up. Yeah, fire with sunglasses on. It's as cool as it can get. Killer Kilch, hi. TB Douglas, morning all. Definitely not Duda, hello. Bam Bam Roll, good morning. Not often seeing you on the Most Week Show, so I'm very pleased that you're here. Thank you, Bam Bam Roll. SJ Beck 72, hi everyone. Super Nashwan 8, evening. Gosh, time zones much? Farting TARDIS, aim to make people laugh. And you did it. Farting TARDIS, so thank you very much. You made me laugh, put a smile on this old face. Not that old. Definitely not due to cheers. Killer Kilch with the fire and the sunglasses. Girl Sarah Kilch, cheers. TB Douglas, cheers. Nana Hobbob has redeemed a What is Art? And this is... we're getting high tech for this. Juice Dota. There she is. I mean, he is, but she is. We're getting high tech with the That is Art, and I'm excited for you to see it. Right, let's get the laptop closer so I can see it properly. Are we ready for the That is Art? Because this is this is getting fiery. Yeah. When Lucy Liu comes back into the room in lucky number 11 because she wants to see Josh Hartnett. No, I didn't do the timing right at all. We're going to do it again, I don't care. When Lucy Liu comes back into the room in lucky number 11 because she wants to see Josh Hartnett in the nude. That is art. There we go. Second time for the first time. I think that's fine. To get the timing right. I think that worked out really nicely. Very good morning, very good morning. Gamer Hole already on the facts. There are some more facts added to the list if you so you can be looking forward to that. Anna Karine's impressed. Killer Kilch says that is it's 9 a.m. and Sarah Kilch is eating Penang curry. Penang curry at 9 a.m. It's a bold choice. I would say it's a dangerous choice gastrointestinally, but great art isn't created by being safe, guys. Was Richard Curtis safe when he made Love Actually? He said, actually, I'm going to write like 4 or 5 or 6 just kind of short films, just smush them all together. That's fine, right? And everyone said, that's crazy, Richard. He said, I'm doing it anyway. I'm casting Chris Marshall. Get Claudia Schiffer in there. And it all worked out for the best. We know that. We know it all worked out for the best. Sounds delicious, says Nana Hobbob. I mean, it doesn't. So how are we doing? Gosh, we're all doing so well. We're all doing so well. This is so exciting. 15 viewers. Hi, guys. I want you to tell me about the best art you've experienced so far in 2021. That's what I want you to do. It's the 17th of Jan. We've established that we're in 2021. We should be now remembering to write 21 when we're doing the date in short form. We're getting to that point. It's almost 3 weeks in. We should be getting to that point. I think we can start asking these questions. What's the best piece of art you've experienced so far in 2021? For me, I watched that Wonder Woman film, and I have to say it was one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen in my life. Gal Gadot plays the hero of the piece, and we know she's the hero because she's so attractive. Kristen Wiig plays a nerd, and you know that she plays a nerd because she's got bad hair and big glasses. And then she turns into the bad guy, and we know that she's a bad guy because first she gets better looking with dark eye makeup. And then she gets less good looking by becoming hairy. All of these simple iconographic choices made by the film just gives us a visual shorthand so we can get into it quickly. And then they do, oh my gosh, one of my favourite things in all of cinema, a trying on clothes montage. But it's with a man. Gosh, it's a film that just keeps you on your toes. I'd say 9 on 10. Ammo Night, says Killer Kilch. Ammo Night with Kate Winslet. Bloody brilliant. Super artful. Love it already. Love a bit of Kate Winslet. She just gets involved in things. Ammo Night. Hopefully potentially a sequel to Black Dynamite, which is a very wonderful, very racially sensitive film that I saw once. Dynamite, Ammo Night, Nick at Night could be the trilogy there. Maybe not necessarily officially with kind of threading narratives, but maybe just thematically. Yeah. I would say that a lot of people are quite down on female superhero films because they think that it's dangerous to promote self-esteem in young girls. But I think they're great, yeah? Girl power. Am I right? I would say if I had a criticism of female superheroes is that they are a little bit cocky, aren't they? Makes it a little tricky for me to really relate to them. How do I know they're cocky? Well, because the film says that these chicks are so confident that they can successfully complete their superheroic duties that they've decided to give themselves an extra challenge, an extra handicap by doing them in high heels. Now, the heels aren't often immediately apparent, but they are always there, built into the shoe in some way. Show me a female superhero and I'll show you someone whose heel is significantly higher than their toes. Do we know that it's for cockiness reasons? No, we don't. But what other reason could there be? There is no practical reason or tactical reason, practical or tactical, why a superhero would wear uncomfortable shoes in battle. It's why you don't see military issue shoes with a raised heel. So these women, your Wonder Womans, your Halle Berry in the X-Men's, your ScarJo Black Widows, all wearing heels, all cocky. It's not for me, guys. It's not for me. I mean, the question you could ask is, how cocky are they? Gosh, great question. I'd say as cocky as Well, probably as cocky as family simile. Family simile. What will the answer be? As cocky as what? Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. We're on that part of the show already. Family simile, where we join together as a family to create language. Use your imaginospheres to think of something creative to finish off this simile. As cocky as, yeah? This segment is all about pushing forward the boundaries of language. So really engage those imaginospheres to think of something unique. Is it as cocky as a female superhero with hidden high heels built into her ancient Amazonian combat sandals? Is it as cocky as a woman bringing a yoga mat on a group vacation with her friends? Is it as cocky as any human being who names their child after themselves? I don't want to do your work for you, but really get creative. And at the end of the show, I'm going to pick a winner. And if that's you, your name will go on the ticker below for the next show. I mean, it's going slowly, but this is the start of it. Congratulations to last week. It was definitely not Duda. Last episode with as high stakes as a contest winner's visit to the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. A great simile. A memorable simile. Any simile that reminds us the wonderful worlds of Roald Dahl is a winner in my book. Of course, when I say winner, I mean good. Mentioning a Roald Dahl book is in no way a guarantee of victory. I would just like to point that out. There are no shortcuts with family similes. The winner is chosen each and every time in the moment. Yeah? Via no discernible metric other than my gut, my heart, and my caprice. It's been that way for 40 episodes, guys. I ain't gonna change the system now. Anyway, get those similes in the chat, and it could be you on the ticker next show. Let's go back to Maine. How are we doing? Oh, the little regular thing showing up. That's nice. Girl power always cocky. You say Iron Man much. Well, Iron Man is a cocky character, absolutely, but he puts it on Front Street. I believe that the lady superheroes are trying to. Hey, no, I care, and I'm a nice guy. Why are you wearing the heels, girls? Just pop on a pair of flats. Pop on a pair of ballet pumps if you need to. If you don't need the protection of a boot, at least just have the comfort of a lower heel, and then you can raise the high heels up when you're in your personal time. I'm not a monster. Ginger Rogers did it. Ginger Rogers did it. But what I would say is that there is a strong element of performative element with dancing. Am I right? It's all about the look. And there is something about a lady's foot in a raised heel that's slightly aesthetically slightly more right. Not that way in superheroes. Superheroes, it's about saving the world. And if you don't look good doing it, the world isn't any less saved. I'll just say that. The writing was a bit rough in the latest Wonder Woman, more than a few eye rolls. There were a few eye rolls, a few people rolls as well, a few dummy rolls. They decided to, one of her powers, I didn't realise, one of her powers is turning Middle Eastern children into dummies, into shop mannequins for a few seconds just to save their life, which I thought was quite a bold choice, but a wonderful one. Captain Marvel is smart and mostly flats. Well done, Captain Marvel. I mean, well done, Brie Larson, in most of the things she does. She's a wonderful performer. There's that kind of wry confidence about her that I find, quite magnetic. Wonderful. Oh, we've got lovely stuff. It's my favourite segment, guys. It's always my favourite segment. Let's do it right now.
Won't you please let me present some awesome stuff that I've been sent, yeah?
That's right, guys. Sometimes people send me things and I love them for it. It's just that simple. And sometimes I get sent things in the post, which is awesome if they're from Amazon, because Amazon knows my address and kind of helps me out with that. Excuse me. But it's quite troubling sometimes when they're handwritten, because then I have to question how somebody got my address. Hackers. I got a postcard in the post a couple of weeks ago, since the last show, which is a wonderful postcard. And it is also wonderful because then this is all it is, and I don't have to open an envelope and potentially get a face full of anthrax. That's nice. That's something that I appreciate. It's a postcard with a big, some kind of silo. And what does that say? It's difficult to say with the light being as it is. Gosh, Strickland propane. It says it's like a kind of a petrol, or as Americans would say, a gasoline type thing there. A very evocative kind of small town American, kind of a Norman Rockwell-esque kind of depiction of life. It's from long-time acolyte, erstwhile smarty, and never weakling, I think. I don't remember him showing up on a Sunday, but Peter's a wonderful chap. He's given me a lot of engagement on my YouTube videos, and now he sent me a postcard. But it's also a Christmas card, thus asking the question, what maketh a Christmas card? Where's Father Christmas on here? Where's Santa Claus on here? Where's Rudolph, or a robin, or a snowflake, or a Christmas tree, or a wreath, or a bauble, or some tinsel, or a present? It's not there. But it is a Christmas card. We're playing with the form, guys. He writes a little thing on the back. Hashtag Dear Notme. Hashtag Keep Mining the Imaginosphere. Hashtag From Peter. Hashtag Notme Fans. Hashtag Art. Hashtag Happy Holidays. Hashtag Pulitzer. Hashtag Snail Mail. Hashtag Old School. Hashtag USPS. Hashtag Wow. It's all in hashtags. What a guy. Thank you, Peter. I hope your Christmas period, or holiday season, to be more inclusive, was wonderful. I will say it would have been better had you watched the most weak show ho-ho, as I'm sure the weaklings will back me up on. It was a direct shot of fantastic festive feeling. As was your postcard, Peter. As was your postcard. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. This is art, guys. And Peter, I thank you very much for it. I do not know how you got my address, though. So that is something that will play on my mind. You guys, if you want to send me things, do. Back to Maine. Oh, Killer Kilch. Killer Kilch is the genius this week for requesting a 16-second chill dance party. And you know I ain't going to let you down on that one. So I hope everybody is ready for a bit of a dance. Because we're going to be going for a dance, and it's going to be flipping great. Are we ready? 16-second chill dance party. Let's do this. Yeah, cool cats, baby. Get those emotes coming in. Oh, that was lovely. Can't hear it? Could nobody hear it? Well, that'll be very disappointing. I mean, this is wonderful. What's going on right here? This is wonderful. Silent dance party. Why couldn't you? Oh, I know why you couldn't hear it. No, that's on me. Which means, I mean, I did look great. Yeah. Which means, I think, do you know what I think? I don't want you guys to miss out. I mean, you asked for it, but you didn't get it. And so that's me not doing my job. So I hope you guys are ready with those emotes again, because we're going to do the whole thing again. Here we go. Yeah! I don't know what that is, but I love it. Oh, there we go. Look at this melange of hype. Lots of people hyping it up. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. The wonderful, wonderful bespectacled glasses, the dogs. Gosh, guys. I got a, that's an Altaria. Bet it is, buddy. Bet it is. Thank you, Sosaflo. So pleased to see you here. I got an email from Twitch earlier in the week that said that those two were the most commonly used emotes on my channel all year. The cat with the sunglasses and the dog who's surprised. And I thought, well, if that doesn't sum up the most week show, I don't know what is. Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Should we get over to the next segment? Yeah, let's do it.
When and what and who and why? Is she for real? Am I going to die? Whose genes are these? How big is a crow? If you ask Notme, then you'll know.
Ask Notme. That's right. It's the part of the show where somebody asks Notme a question. See, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. This week I got an email from Stuart Swinton. Stuart Swinton, what a name to be conjured with there. Hello, Stuart. So glad that you're a fan. Stuart asked, "Hey, Notme, love the show." Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. I mean, you might think that you're a stranger and that means nothing to me. You're a stranger, so that means everything to me. Thank you very much. If that was the end of the email, that would be a successful email, in my opinion. Yeah? Hey, Notme, I love the show. It makes me feel like less of a screw-up. I like how you have subscribers now, and I think it's great that people are supporting you doing whatever it is that you would describe this as. I would describe this as art, Stuart. I hope you would as well. I wish I could subscribe, but money is pretty tight at the moment. That's a shame. I'm one of the people who has lost their job since COVID came along. That's a shame, dude. A lot of people having employment issues because of COVID, because of the myriad issues that COVID brings. And I'm very sorry to hear that. That's a shame. I got fired because of my lotto addiction. And also, I got drunk on Zoom and used deplorable language against a co-worker who had been mean about the Cider House Rules, one of my favourite films. You're an interesting guy, Stuart. You're an interesting guy. Because I no longer have a regular income, I can't support you regularly, but I would love to chip in whenever I have a good week on the scratchers. Do you have a way for me to give you money on an ad hoc basis? Yours, Stuart Swinton. Well, Stuart, sorry to hear about your addiction and your joblessness, both bad things. It's a difficult time for so many, financially, myself included. Not because I've lost an income. Thanks to you guys, I've gained one. More on that potentially next week. But because I've gained a dependent. A lot of Cameraman George's manual labour jobs have been cancelled this year. And he has moved into my flat and he eats like a pregnant horse. Which is weird because he's not a particularly tall man. Or stocky. I don't know where he puts it, really. But he boy can eat. And it's expensive. But I can emphasize with your situation. And I'm pleased to say that, yes, there is a way for you to support me. You can go to ko-fi.com/I am not me, I am art, and give me a cup of coffee's worth of money, which will not be spent on coffee. I can't stress that enough. Or if you'd prefer to stay within Twitch, then you can throw me some bits. What are bits? Well, bits, if you click on the little upside down diamond to the left of the emote button, it'll give you the instructions you need to kick in a little something. And then that can just be on an ad hoc basis whenever you fancy it, under absolutely no obligation, and as much or as little, as frequent or as sporadic as you like. You think of them as tips. And you think of me as your lady dancer. If I do a particularly good dance move, maybe you throw me a buck. Maybe that. It's simple, and for me, it's very empowering. You wouldn't necessarily think it, but it's very empowering. Now, my livetainment is going to continue, whether you give me money or not. So there's no need to give money that you don't have, of course, but it's there if you want it to be. And my little automatic thing has popped up. Gosh. Isn't the timing for that working out? If you're enjoying Notme's show, feel free to follow, subscribe, donate some bits, or at the very least, just give them a compliment, yeah? That's just going to pop up every 15 minutes for the rest of time, because I just think it's a good reminder. Gosh, it's awful talking about money, isn't it? It's awful talking about money. In my defense, I was asked by a real person, so it's not my fault. But still. Gosh. Yeah? I hope you're happy with how I answered your question, Stuart, and I hope you get a little bit of luck with a scratcher and are able to tip me soon. Killer Kilch is feeling sorry for you. Sorry, Stu. That's nice. Super Nashwan 8 or Poor Guy. Very much Poor Guy, yeah. Juice Dota could have happened to anybody. Absolutely. We've all had a drink on a Zoom. We've all had a drink on a Zoom, and we are all passionate about the art that we're passionate about. There we go. TB Douglas bitted like a champ, bitting it up. 100 bits. Thank you so much, TB Douglas. That's very, very kind of you. That's lovely. What an absolute stone cold sweetheart. So says the little automatic bot thing. So thank you. Thank you, TB. That's wonderful. Killer Kilt Cider House Rules is a fair choice. A favourite movie? Absolutely. We can't I didn't even there we go. That's the question. And the answer is yes. And TB has just explained that. That's awesome. That's awesome. If you have a question that you would like answered in a future episode, you can email it to me at iamnotme@gmail.com. Yeah, .com. Let's go back to main. Gosh, what a wonderful episode. So I'm feeling really relaxed. I'm feeling real nice and chill, guys. I don't know about you. I'm feeling real... Oh, I should... okay, yeah. Gosh. Isn't it fun? You want a snap quest?
I shall give you a task. It will not be that big an ask, but possibilities of answering to impress. Please take a photo while at all. Once all the options you've explored, or just use one you took before and win by snap quest.
Absolutely. Hark! 'Tis time for a snap quest. The time of the show where I turn it over to your art. I've given you lots of art myself, sure. But I'm turning over to your art. Your photo art. Ooh! Who is that? Killer Kilps. That's some top quality emote work. Fantastic work. Thank you so much. Supernatural 8, not so chill, more crazy. Wow. You got a low bar for what crazy is, dude. Low bar for what crazy is. I absolutely respect that. Is your photo art inspired by a prompt word? And we'll judge it mercilessly. The prompt word this time. Let's see if we can find it. No, we can't find that. What was it? No, it wasn't that. It was that. There we go. It was smiley. Because we want this episode to be brimming with happiness. Supernatural 8, crazy as in frantic. Well, it seems frantic. Well, I like to... Bam Bam Roll! Bitted like a champ. 200! Woo! That's very generous. Thank you so much. That's lovely. That's lovely, Bam Bam Roll. Thank you so much. I assume that little tip was for how well I handled the smiley thing not being on screen, first off. Because I think I handled that really well. Should we just get on with this? Let's get on with this. We're going to kick it off with your friend and mine. Bam Roll, take your lady for a cup of coffee. If I had a lady, I certainly would, Bam Bam Roll. And I'm not sure I necessarily will take Cameraman George for a cup of coffee because, I don't know, he already lives rent-free in my flat. So, I think he can take me for a coffee, quite frankly. We're kicking off with Nana Hobbob, who has blessed us with this wonderful smile. Now, here's the thing, guys. Art is art regardless of whether you understand it, thankfully. And I am happy to hold my hands up and say, I don't know what this is. Yeah? At first I thought it was a candle, but then I realised that the top bit is part of the design and not a wick. I then thought it was a decorative mask of some description, but then I realised that it had a base, and masks don't have bases because the base would interfere with the neck. So then I started to look at the surroundings for clues. I see a fence. I see a big pole with those kind of industrial screws in the background. I see coloured paving slabs. And all of this points towards a children's playground. An outdoor children's playground. And to me, that asks more questions than it answers. Oddly enough, for a snap of a lovely looking lady with just a pretty smile and a bit of lippy because she's making an effort, I feel disquieted by this. Unnerved. There's a slight vignette kind of darkening around the edges as well, which adds to this. But here's the thing, guys. Art creates emotions. And a little judder going up my spine is an emotion. Okay? So well done, Nana Hobbob. This is, thank you for, well done you, and thank you for completing your quest. But yeah, it's a bit freaky. It's a bit freaky. What do we say? What are people saying? Looks like that Japanese demon thing. Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah. Juice Dota, it's on a track rotating. See, there's all these suggestions, all these possibilities, and none of them are calming me down. None of them are kind of assuaging my fears here. It's just like it's a some kind of Japanese demon mask rotating on a track around a children's playground. Is that chill? I don't think that's chill. Cameraman George, I would love a coffee. Well, yeah, I'm sure you would, dude. The kitchen's right here. You can make a coffee. Don't be one of those like, oh, but I can't have a coffee unless it's organic roasted, crushed by the hands of a 60-year-old coffee master. Do you know what I mean? That's a shame, George. That's a shame. Next up, we've got a snap that does anything but make me uneasy. It's this wonderful snap from Definitely Not Duda. I'm a big fan of clowns because their only job is to be funny. That's all they do. Their only job is to be funny. And if you don't believe me, check out this fella. For those of you who are struggling with the size of the writing, I'm actually struggling with the size of the writing as well at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click in here, then we're going to click in here, and then click in here, then obviously click in here, and then click in here, and then Definitely Not Duda. Here we go. So it says, the text on this says underneath this lovely smiling chap, Smiley. So his name is Smiley, okay? So that's fun, even straight off the bat. Birth name unknown, possibly an orphan. That's a shame. Weapon of choice, a killer smile. I wish more people would go for a killer smile as a weapon of choice. More people would do that. Some kind of rampaging angry mob, armed with smiles. That's a lovely mob to encounter. Soundtrack, synth pop. We all love synth pop, guys. A lovely bit of synth music on the countdown this morning from Aries Beats. Freestyle. That was wonderful. I was getting down to that, and I hope you were too. Special ability, the last laugh. Just whatever the situation, finishing it with a laugh. Lovely. Here's a little biography. When the carnival came to town, the body count started rising. That's a shame. Bad things happen in the world, guys. Bad things happen. Sometimes, we can't control it. After Tall Oaks, Sheriff John Burton asked them to leave. Some people don't like the general energy that lots of strangers coming into a town, a la a carnival, will bring. Sheriff John Burton, clearly one of them, wants them to move on. Smiley had a different idea. Let me see this. Smiley decided to stick around. He still had a few faces he wanted to put some smiles on. What a sweetheart. He thinks, yeah, okay, I've been told to move on, but I haven't done my job in making as many people as possible happy here. Yeah? I think that's lovely. And if, he's making people smile with his clownish antics, with his killer smile, and with his baking. As we can see here, there's a jam-spattered knife. Maybe a Victoria sponge. Definitely, I thank you for this, and I say well done for completing your snap quest. Another favourite is the gigantic knife. Well, Gamer Hall, that's with the, some kind of raspberry or strawberry jam or preserve. Such a wholesome guy. Thank you. Just checking, is this true? I don't know. I wouldn't imagine so. But hey, you don't know, especially bearing in mind that this is rested up against a VHS player. Who knows what's true in this picture? Keeps you on your toes, and I like that. Thank you very much, definitely. What have we got next? Well, before we get to the next one, actually, I want to say what my expectations were with this week's Snap Quest. Okay, I thought, per my prompt video, that this week would be full of smiley faces. Not faces that smile, but smiley faces, like the yellow face thing that Forrest Gump invented. people making smiley faces out of things. But only one person did that this week, and that person was TB. So TB makes a wonderful smiley face here out of a wonderful English breakfast. Now, not a full English breakfast, unfortunately. Missing some mushrooms, fried bread, sausages, and black pudding. But it's a fine approximation of one. And it tells us that a breakfast of egg and bacon and beans is a great way to start the day. It will put a smile on your face all day. Yeah? This is a powerful image. And I find myself just wanting to look at it a lot. And smell it in a weird way. Can you smell the bacon? You can, can't you? That's impressive work, TB. That is impressive work. Yeah, there's a smiley face that says how impressive this is. That's the smile that you get from eating that kind of breakfast. So why doesn't this win is the big question. Why doesn't this win is the big question. Well, a couple of reasons. Firstly, the egg white on the right eye has flapped over the yolk a little bit, giving the illusion of a milky eye, which is making me think of milky eyes. And with all due respect to the milky-eyed, milky eyes are pretty gross, and I don't want to look at them. There it is. That's one. Number two, and this is maybe a more serious one, the amount of beans used here is tantamount to a hate crime. 2 eggs, 2 rashers, and what looks like fewer than 50 beans there. Now, I don't know what happened to you, TB, to lead you to believe that that was just fine, but I'm sorry that it did. It has robbed you of the victory today. But still, thank you and congratulations for completing your snack quest. Game at whole, oh dear, poor milky-eyed community. Yeah, they have it tough. They have it tough. But there's a reason that a lot of them choose to wear an eye patch or some dark glasses. Because they know... Don't nobody want to see that, right? SJBX72, good one, TB, making us hungry. Getting a lot of rave reviews for this, TB, and well deserved. Well deserved. Super Nashman says, what? Surely that should win. Well, it didn't. The winner, Sadie Shortlegs 96, I'm thinking of making some bacon today. I've been inspired. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Nan Hobbob could go for a fried egg. See, it's wonderful work, TB. Wonderful work. And that is in some ways as impressive as a Snack Quest victory. A lot of people feeling very inspired here. But the winner of this week's Snack Quest is Killer Kilch. Now look at this. Look at this. I want you to look at it real hard. This is a snap of subverted expectations and hidden agendas, okay? Firstly, you think that Killer is riding some kind of giant mutated turkey here, but no. You look carefully, you see some seams on the neck, which means that this is an inflatable turkey. What's more, Killer's legs are not Killer's legs, but instead inflatable fake legs. You just don't know where you stand with this. And then, for the smiley aspect, bear in mind this is a smiley picture, we have a pair of important questions to ask. One, is Killer smiling neath the mask? Who knows? It is the mystery of the modern age. How are people reacting to what we're saying when they're wearing masks? We just don't know. Are they smiling? Or is the sun in their eyes? And also we have to ask, if Killer is not smiling, can turkeys smile? Can any bird? Does a smile require cheeks and lips? So many questions, so many deceptions, so many reasons to enjoy this snap. Well done, Killer, for completing your snap quest. And thank you to all of the acolytes who submitted your art and completed your quest. If you have been inspired to engage with the next snap quest, that is spectacular news. I'm sure you will do spectacularly. Now, I've got no idea what the subject the next Snap Quest will be on because it's going to be in Series 3, and that feels like ages away now. There's a lot to think about before then. So I can't even begin to, But you could consider a short-term, a kind of a more vague Snap Quest in the upcoming weeks to just send me photos. If you take a photo that has some kind of creativeness to it and you want my take on it, send it to me or tag me in it when you put it on your social media channels, and we'll see if we can't turn that into something wonderful. Okay? Let's have a look at what we've got here. Made you smile, eh? Absolutely killer. It's wonderful work. Super Nash 1, 8, good one. The turkey certainly looks happy, says Gamer. Absolutely, absolutely. Lots of applause. That's fantastic. Nana Hobbob, my expectations have been adequately subverted. That's what you did, killer. That's what got you that W. Let's go back to me. Let's go back to me. Fantastic stuff. Guys, I want to show you a video. I want to show you a video right quick. It's... Gosh, every single week I think, and this is really crammed. I'm getting a tight hour out of this. But it just keeps on going. Oh! Sarah Kilch, redeemed a What is Art. Is the timing going to be better on this one? Is the timing going to be better on this one? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Here we go. When you're eating a bowl of pasta, you reach the bottom of the bowl in one area, you rearrange the remaining pasta and it still looks like a full bowl of pasta.
That is art.
I don't know whether you guys are enjoying them, but I am enjoying the absolute bottoms off of those. That's... Because just reading them out, I was thinking, well, that's fun, but it could be more. It could be better. But then with the music, it just... TB, well done, not me, nailing the timing. Nailed it. Call me the hammer, because I am nailing it. I want to show you guys a video. I know that over Thanksgiving, we, through the medium of an art bet, showed that putting holiday weight on is all about having fun. If you're having fun, you're putting on weight, and that's great. But now the holidays are over, I myself am trying to drop some of the weight back off. Yeah, I'll hold my hands up and say it. Think of it this way. The more weight you lose over the course of the year, the more weight you can put back on over the holidays. Logic. Yeah? And so, to help you guys drop some poundage, enjoy this video that isn't a world premiere. In fact, I made it 2 years ago, but on YouTube it's had 17 views over those 2 years. 17. So I'm pretty confident you haven't already watched it. So you could just chill, okay? This is a wonderful video that I hope you enjoy.
Summer is coming, which means one thing: you need to lose some weight. But the problem is, losing weight is boring AF. Gosh, what if there was a way for you to lose weight without eating healthily? What if there was a way for you to lose weight without having to exercise? What if there was a way for you to lose weight simply by creating works of art? What if, huh? I am Notme. I am art, and I am welcoming you to the Slimpressionism movement. So what is Slimpressionism, anyway? I'll do you one better than that, and I'll let you know what Slimpressionism is not. It's not restrictive. Okay, this video is just about me giving you some suggestions and some examples. It's not about me laying down the rules and regulations of Slimpressionism. There is but one rule: create art that helps you to get slimmer. Slim, that's the key. Which is why the word slim is snuck in there at the beginning of the word Slimpressionism. It's that simple. How could it be any more complicated? I only came up with it this morning. Oh, for God's sake. Let's get started, shall we?
Jogging is super popular, probably because it's so easy. It's just walking but quicker, or I suppose running but slower. But how can we turn it into art? Well, if you're jogging out and about, maybe create some interactive art by wearing a t-shirt that says, "Guess what song I'm listening to," so members of the public, aka your jogging audience, can make their guesses. How will they know what song you're listening to? You'll time your jogging steps to the beat of the song. Now, I know it sounds tricky, but I'm sure you'd be able to work out Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics, Alejandro by Lady Gaga, or Battery by Metallica. If you're jogging indoors in a treadmill, maybe try, and yes, this is the art that I will be creating, using the image of somebody running but not moving forward as a savage critique of the rat race. Deal with that, fat cats.
This is such a good idea. I'm so pleased that we're doing this. You remember the origin for it, where the idea came from. This guy, maybe he plays the cello, yeah? This guy, I'm thinking brass. What? Truth is, I need this as much as anybody else.
Cycling is like jogging, but with wheels and gears. It's very popular in my home of Seattle, where there are many cycle sharing.
Summer is coming, which means one thing: you need to lose some weight. But the problem is, losing weight is boring AF. Gosh, what if there was a way for you to lose weight without eating healthily? What if there was a way for you to lose weight without having to exercise? What if there was a way for you to lose weight simply by creating works of art? What if, huh? I am Notme, I am art, and I am welcoming you to the Slimpressionism movement. So what is Slimpressionism, anyway? I'll do you one better than that, and I'll let you know what Slimpressionism is not. It's not restrictive. Okay, this video is just about me giving you some suggestions and some examples. It's not about me laying down the rules and regulations of Slimpressionism. There is but one rule: create art that helps you to get slimmer. Slim, that's the key. Which is why the word slim is snuck in there at the beginning of the word Slimpressionism. It's that simple. How could it be any more complicated? I only came up with it this morning. Oh, for God's sake. Let's get started, shall we?
Jogging is super popular, probably because it's so easy. It's just walking but quicker, or I suppose running but slower. But how can we turn it into art? Well, if you're jogging out and about, maybe create some interactive art by wearing a t-shirt that says, "Guess what song I'm listening to," so members of the public, aka your jogging audience, can make their guesses. How will they know what song you're listening to? You'll time your jogging steps to the beat of the song. Now, I know it sounds tricky, but I'm sure you'd be able to work out Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics, Alejandro by Lady Gaga, or Battery by Metallica. If you're jogging indoors in a treadmill, maybe try, and yes, this is the art that I will be creating, using the image of somebody running but not moving forward as a savage critique of the rat race. Deal with that, fat cats.
This is such a good idea. I'm so pleased that we're doing this. You remember the origin for it, where the idea came from. This guy, maybe he plays the cello, yeah? This guy, I'm thinking brass. What? Truth is, I need this as much as anybody else.
Cycling is like jogging, but with wheels and gears. It's very popular in my home of Seattle, where there are many cycle sharing schemes. They line them up at the beginning of the day so that you can look through them, judge them, and then pay by the hour for the privilege of riding them. So maybe there's something where you compare the bikes to prostitutes or something? Similarly, the act of riding a bike brings to mind aquatic fowl such as ducks and geese, legs pumping furiously below, chest puffed out on top, proud and serene. Maybe there's something there, I don't know. But the art that I will be creating focuses on bikes being segregated into their own paths, separate from pedestrians. And what does that make you think of? That's right, the holy grail of art, racism.
See, it's weird that they say that, it's like riding a bike, meaning, it's impossible to forget something. But as ever, you tell Notme that it's impossible to do something, I'm just going to go ahead and do it,
It's all well and good burning off calories, but none of it is worth a darn if you're putting too many of them into your body in the first place. Enter healthy eating, the least enjoyable way of eating. It's been said before, not least by the Oscars panel when it gave Leonardo DiCaprio an Oscar for eating raw fish and getting very cold, but pain is art. And one of the most painful things a human being can do is to consume a healthy smoothie. So make one and drink it in public. Broadcast your pain. And if you're wondering how this will possibly come across as anything other than just somebody drinking a smoothie, you'd be surprised. Simply by committing fully to the art within your own mind, the results can be breathtaking. Gosh, I need to rethink my life. But the greatest flash of inspiration that I came up with, and the one that will form the backbone of my art, is that eating healthy is about getting as much green into your body as you can. And what does the strongly capitalist system of America demand of its citizens? The all-consuming addiction to money. And in America, what colour is money? Green. And then it just pretty much writes itself from then on.
Can you imagine how much easier this would all be if fruits and vegetables actually tasted delicious? Gosh, that's a fantastic what if, actually. I could see that as a film. Like an indie, like a low budget. It's like a comedy about a botanist that develops this plant. But it's got a lot of heart to it. A lot of heart. Starring, Brendan Fraser. No. Rihanna.
In terms of muscle definition, nothing is simpler than lifting heavy things, or weightlifting. And that simple act of lifting can easily be turned into a real terrific work of art. The mirror can provide all you need. Few things motivate more than competition. The desire to destroy someone else by doing something better than them can be turned on its head if the person you're competing with is yourself in a mirror. If you're trying to beat yourself, you'll never win. What could that be a metaphor for? You tell me. Another great way to create interactive art is by a simple game of charades with a fellow worker-outer whilst holding weights. Playing tennis? Oh, brother! The art that I will be presenting will be using the weights as a visual metaphor for self-doubt, one of the most crippling afflictions that can afflict an artiste. I'll do this by taping a pen to a dumbbell and doing a drawing.
Something that I would say though, if anybody is planning on using weights like these in any art projects of your own, you will have to purchase some. You will have to purchase your own weights. You can't just use the ones from the gym and take them home with you, because somebody will reprimand you, and it all gets a bit messy. It's a common mistake, but don't. In my defense, they are called free weights.
Sports are popular. For me, the most appealing sport is basketball because it's the least boring and oftentimes indoors.
but many of the artistic potentials of the sport carry over to other sports as well. For example, completing a difficult task many times in a row will serve as a tremendous inspirational art piece for anyone looking to complete a difficult task in their own lives. Through the use of subtle editing, I can make it seem like anything is possible, even though it definitely isn't. A different art that is a bit more specific to basketball, what with it being a sport that is associated heavily with black people, is that just me, as a white, playing this sport is statement enough. Let's all commingle, yeah? Racial fluidity for the win. The same could be said for a Latino playing mahjong, an Aboriginal Australian playing kabaddi, or even in gender terms, a man being vain and uncaring. My art will be a one-person narrative of me scoring their game-winning shot, combining art, narrative, and mime. Sure, the actual shot only lasts a few seconds, but to prolong it and make it more of an exercise, I did miss the shot many, many times. On purpose.
Oh wow, I lost so much weight doing slimpressionism. Incredible. You now have everything that you need to create your own works of slimpressionistic art, and I heartily encourage you to do so, sharing them online with the hashtag slimpressionism, so that we can discuss our works, our influences, our difficulties, and I guess by the end just be like friends or something, just like a bunch of slim friends. I am Notme, I am art, and I am warning you. Don't create too much slimpressionist works of art, or you might lose so much weight that you end up simply disappear. There we go. There we go. There are some slight technical issues in that video. I'm sure you didn't notice them. It's just how I'm able to roll with the punches so well. But that was slimpressionism. In the 2 years since I posted that video and asked people to make some slimpressionistic art, not a single person has been bold enough to take me up on it. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's crazy. Could you be the first? Or second, rather, because I do it all the time. I do it all the time, guys. Speaking of which...
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
There we go. Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right, is it? That's not right at all. That's 1, 2, 3 chill. That's 1, 2, 3 chill. It's not the right one. That's no. We go back to that, and then we go to there. We go. Don't worry, guys. It's all taken care of. It's all taken care of. Game of Hall. All the messages in chat are sending twice for me. That's good. That's good. Means that you're definitely going to read them. So this is Art Bet, as you all well know, and this is a slimpressionistic art bet for me, which is very, very exciting. So so let's go over to you, not me, you hand-sliced prosciutto of a man.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge will be undertaken by my son Jesus and I, Notme.
Both.
One of the biggest obstacles to achieving true happiness is failing to accept one's own limitations. We are none of us perfect, but by striving toward perfection and expecting to achieve it, that can lead only to heartache and bitterness toward Terry Crews, who, of course, is by no means perfect himself, but is pretty close. I mean, he's an actor, a presenter, a comedian, a courtroom sketch artist, a professional athlete, and he's absolutely ripped to the gills. I mean, that guy's a hard 10 no matter what universe you're in. One of the ways that I am not perfect is that I am unable to beat my son Jesus in a foot race. Say if we went down to that line of trees down there, come on cameraman George, that line of trees down there, shrubs down there, and if we ran back here, Jesus would beat me 100 times out of 100. That's something I need to accept at face value with no excuses or caveats whatsoever. Although, of course, he is younger and does have twice as many legs. The best I can do in such a situation as this is try to get as close to Jesus as I possibly can. That's my art challenge. Your art bet is therefore very simply, how close will I be able to get? Back to you, Notme.
There we go. Thank you, Notme. Thank you, Notme. Appreciate that. So it's going to be a foot race betwixt my son Jesus and I. Okay? Ooh, some green text there, Gamer Hall. I'm not sure how you've done that, but I'm very excited. So I'm going to have a foot race with my son Jesus, and it's not going to be about who wins. Obviously, Jesus is going to win, as I say, 4 legs. And he's younger than me. But it's about how much he will beat me by. How much he will beat me by. It's about us striving to be the best that we can be, not necessarily the best. There's a real positive message coming out of this one, guys. But you can't make your choices yet because you don't know everything. So let's have some things to consider. Thing number 1, please. Thing number 1. The timer starts when Jesus gets to the paved bit by the house. So I was talking on some steps going down there, and then there's a bit of concrete, a bit of a paved area, and then it's the grass. You'll be able to see it on the final thing, and then it's all grass. So the timer starts when Jesus gets to the paved bit by the house. That's when it's starting, okay? Thing number 2, the timer doesn't start. The timer stops when I get to the paved bit by the house, okay? So it starts when he finishes. That's the finish line. When he finishes, bang, timer starts. When I hit that paved bit as well, timer stops. So that's what we're timing here. That's what we're working it out. And I will be running in wellies. That's a pretty important one. It had been raining at the time. This is on the same holiday actually that I did the counting the chickens. This is that same house that was almost definitely not owned by chickens. So these are the things to consider. Are there any other questions? Jesus wins every foot race that goes over water. He does. I mean, no, sorry. I'll be getting confused. Jesus wins every foot race that goes over water. He is a hydrofoil of a man. Jesus can swim. He doesn't choose to often because it gets him quite cold, and he does feel the temperatures. But Jesus does win most foot races over land. Okay, so it's a slight difference. Sarah Kilch, has Jesus done any running prior to the challenge? No, we had walked, and I don't even want to say how far. I don't even want to say how far this is because I'm quite bad at judging. I would guess it's around 300 meters, 300 or 400 meters. It was quite a while. But at this point, we had just walked out there, and then he's getting to run back. Okay, the previous walk had been maybe 3 or 4 hours prior. Okay, so he's pretty rested up. Yeah, that's a great question, Sarah. That's a great question. Super Nashwan, can dogs swim? It's not applicable to this, but yes, they can. Yes, they can. So thank you very much for joining in there. Q, have you eaten prior to the challenge? I had not eaten. No. Again, this is kind of mid-afternoon. I had not eaten. I mean, maybe some snacks, but nothing serious. I had breakfast that morning. What did I had? I think it was a continental breakfast. So again, not too heavy. But these are great questions. Sarah Kilch. So we are both fairly light. We are both fairly rested. So this is a pretty good situation for really determining who is the faster being. Okay. I did not know that. Stop being that person, you girl, Sarah Kilch. I'm going to counter that, Killer Kilch, by saying, please be that person. To clarify these kind of things really allows people to get on board with a much more specific guess. So thank you very much, Sarah. Let's go for our possibilities. 0 to 5 seconds, 6 to 10 seconds, 11 to 15 seconds, 16 to 20 seconds, 20 seconds plus. A second is quite a long time. I will say that. So, yeah. Make your guesses, guys. How much faster will Jesus be than I? 0 to 5, 6 to 10. I'm wearing wellies. It's a bit rainy. We're both quite rested. Everybody's doing this coloured font thing. Really rather nice. A lot of B's. Killer Kilch goes B. Gamer Hole goes B. Sarah Kilch goes B. Anna Crine going C. TB Douglas going D. Nana Hobble going E. SJ Beck 72 going C. Super Nash 18 going B. Zaddy Shortlegs 96 going D. Definitely Not Huda says C. Juice Dota says C. Okay. A nice spread. A nice spread there. It's nice. I like it. I like it. Bam Bam Roll goes B. Thank you very much for that, Bam Bam Roll. Okay. 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 There's a nice spread. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Whew. Good luck. Hey, good luck.
There we go. Good luck to everybody who has made your choices. We are at the tree line now. Jesus and I. Cameraman George is there at the thing. There I am, filming from down there. We will release ourselves soon, and we'll see how well this goes. Okay, so got to. How am I gonna? Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
On your marks, get set, go.
Jesus taking an indirect route, I will say. Heading straight off in the opposite direction. You weren't factoring in that, were you guys? You weren't factoring that in. Now he's started. Again, kind of like a female superhero. He's given himself the handicap. That's given me a head start. It is difficult to run in wellies, so I'd appreciate this to be a judgment freezer. That would really help me out. He's almost there. He's almost there. He's almost there. Bang! The timer started. The timer started. Oh!
Nobody expected it to be that close, did you? No. Oh, God. Congratulations to those who guessed correctly. To those who didn't use this victory, this upcoming week is going to be your week. How could it be anything but? God is on your side. God. Those of you who didn't guess correctly, don't worry about it. It doesn't mean a thing. But what do we learn? Well, what we learned is that though Jesus' body may be fit and agile, and mine may be not quite so fit and agile, the mind knowing exactly the right direction to go, that pays dividends in the end. I won't throw up, so I'm just gonna leave with dignity.
Leaving with dignity there. There we go. Wow. It seems incredible to think that even on the, I don't know what this is, like 40th show that we've ever done, the 41st, I think, perhaps, that was the, and that was, I think, was the maybe 40th art bet. Some wow dogs. Thank you, Juice Dota. That we're still getting first here. That was I believe, the first art bet that nobody wins because nobody picked A. Nobody picked A. What a shocker. What a shocker. I almost beat Jesus, TB. Let's not forget that. Let's not let that fall by the wayside in the shock of Jesus going in the wrong direction. I almost beat Jesus. Sandy Shortlegs, big fan of the ending. I mean, if you're going to have a shot of Jesus, you might as well put some nice music underneath it. Wow. Just stunning, isn't it? Just stunning. What have we? Well, we've got. I think we've got to do this. Obviously, is all to play for. All to play for with the family simile. Let's have a look. We've got some great suggestions. Great suggestions here. Killer Kilch, as cocky as taking on a job you're not qualified for, not do it for 4 years and never get fired, even after being asked to leave. Not sure if there's a personal story attached to that, Killer Kilch, but that's a great family simile submission. TB Douglas, who could it be? Well, we don't know, do we? So let's not dwell on it. Definitely not Tudor, as cocky as James Franco. Simple, and I like that simplicity. You think James Franco's cocky? I tend to agree. That he can put out the films that he puts out without really wondering whether he is able to. Just says, yep, I can do it. People will watch it. Yeah, pretty cocky. That's a good one. Supernash18, as cocky as a cocker spaniel. You're using language to your benefit there. It was just made his owner get him a biscuit after he's just done puppy eyes. Absolutely. That's very cocky. The knowledge that a dog has that in their back pocket, not meaning bumhole, but their figurative back pocket, that they can, bust that out and they're going to get their way, is a powerful one. And if a dog knew how to weaponize that, that would be a very cocky puppy. Well done. Nana Hobbob. See, they're quite gassy this morning. Anyone else feeling that? Is it a star sign thing? I don't know. Nana Hobbob, as cocky as someone who knows they don't have any toilet paper at home, but goes to Taco Bell anyway. Yeah, that's you telling a story with that one, Nana Hobbob. It's a story of triumph and regret. And it's a story that, I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to see adapted into a short film of some kind. But it's a powerful one, nonetheless. It's a story that we've all been a part of. Some more than others. TB Douglas as cocky as Kanye West, who once proclaimed, "I'm my favorite rapper." Kanye West, possibly one of the most cocky people in the world, but it doesn't win. It's a great suggestion, TB. It's a great suggestion. But sometimes it's just you have to be your own cheerleader. I'm my favorite live-tainer. Does that make me cocky? I don't think so. It just means I'm speaking the truth. Which means that the winner of this week's family simile, on that bombshell, it's Gamer Hall, as cocky as a smug cockroach. I like the power of the word smug, and I like the, much like Super Nash one, using the word cock to your advantage. You're really making use of that, and I think that's great. As cocky as a smug cockroach, because that would be probably a nickname that you would use. Oh, there's a cockroach. Oh, it's really cocky. It's very smug. I'm going to call you cocky. So thank you very much, Gamer Hall, for that, and well done. Well done to you. What have we got? We've got home art. So next week, I'm changing the theme for the Acolyte Poetry Corner, because it is the series finale. It's the series finale next week, guys. Series finale, so you really don't want to miss it. 24th of Jan, 2021. You could write a poem on the theme of goodbye. Goodbyes, it's, we have to have them every now and again in life. And I would like you to summarize maybe a goodbye from your own life, maybe a goodbye from a film, some other kind of goodbye. Just write a poem about a goodbye, and we'll go through them next week. Create a vision of Notme. Didn't have one this last Friday. We had a great run of 2 weeks. 2 weeks with the vision of Notme, but now no goodbye, no vision of Notme. So maybe let's get one for next week. And tell me your Series 2 best bits. We're going to have a little highlight reel next week of some of the best bits from Series 2. It's been a wonderful 12 episodes. Obviously, there won't be any highlights from next week in the thing, because I won't be able to edit that quickly. But from these first 11 episodes, some great highlights. So if there are any things that you particularly liked from the last 11 episodes, then let me know during the week, where I'll be editing that video. And that's it. That's all we've got, I think. That's all we've got. Everything of Series 2 was ace. Thank Thank you, SuperNash18. I appreciate that. Let's go back to main. Yeah, so that is it. Another powerful, powerful episode over. Thank you all for watching and engaging and making it, I think, the best episode I've ever created. I hope you'll come back to watch the series finale next week. 12 and out for Series 2. It's going to be a last chance to catch some live tainment for a few weeks. Maybe a month. Maybe 5 weeks. I don't know. We'll discuss why next week. So if you snooze, I'm afraid you will lose. Gamer Hole, just checking for the vision of Notme. Can it be a photo, or is that falling into the SnapQuest category? No. If it's an image of me in some way, then feel free to it can be a photo. Maybe change it up. I believe Killer Kilch sent one through before that was all messed up with filters and such, and it was great. So feel free to do something like that. That's fine. This is it. It was a great show, wasn't it, SJBX72? I agree with you on that one. I had a lot of fun. And 1021, yeah, it's long, but it's good. It's good, guys. It's a lot of good stuff. You don't say, hey, Ridley Scott, make your films shorter. Kingdom of Heaven was exactly as long as it needed to be, right? Because it's all good. So we've got the quiz on Tuesday. We've got the show next Sunday, and then we're done for Series 2 of the Most Week show, and we'll be taking a break from livetainment for a few weeks. So I am Notme. I am Art. I'm wishing you a very happy, a very slimpressionistic, feel free to make some slimpressionism art as well, and a very creative week ahead. Cheers! I don't like you undermining me with the coffee thing there, Cameraman George. I don't like that at all. We need to have a little talk about the hierarchy of this. It goes me, Jesus, then you.
What a great show we all made just now. It was creative, live and divine. You did wonderful work, so go and take a bow. Just a slightly smaller bow than mine. So I'll see you right here next week, same time. Gosh, I just don't know. But I can promise you this.